Hey everybody, my name is Dashaun,
And I'm Jared.
and we are the Rejected Film Club. Today we're going to be reviewing 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now let's get into it.
I've thought about it a little bit, and first, I would say it was a very good film, and I've thought about it quite a bit, and I stand by that. I still think it's a very good film. I'd say it was disappointing because of the first Cloverfield,
Right.
but nonetheless, in terms of filmmaking, it was a very good film.
I would say certain characteristics of the film did stand out, but like the whole survival tactic, like say I would watch National Geographic's special that they would have on people who get prepared for doomsday. I was reminded of that. And that's why, I like about the film. The director,
Dan Trachtenberg, I believe.
Trachtenberg, right. He was actually influenced by one of my favorite games to this day, The Last of Us. The survival tactics, it was great, to see a different perspective, take in terms of the cast. What do you have to say about it?
I don't know if I'd go as far as to say flawless all aboard, but close to outstanding. Especially John Goodman,
Right.
who was the lead actor, as well as Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who we know from the Die Hard series as John McClane's daughter.
John Goodman, shoot. As I said, he very much astonishing. In terms of dynamics of him. I just grew up with him being that dad on Roseanne. Then, you said the Flintstones?
Yeah, I haven't actually seen him have as much screen time
Right.
as Fred Flintstone in the Flintstones, unfortunately, but like you said, the dynamics were there. The depth he gave to this character was beyond anticipation.
Exactly.
I would call it a beautiful performance.
Right.
And I got to give kudos to John Goodman for this one.
She did a great job. As far as the acting, Elizabeth Winstead ended up giving us a particular look into her life, and just, showing us if you were put into a particular situation, such as, say, hey, the world is going to shit, and what would you do? So,
Unfortunately, yes.
Then, of course, this is not a spoiler, but her being captured definitely was essential to more knowing of the length that she was willing to go to in order to try to escape. And what was the other film that she was on?
She was definitely not one of my favorites. But
Let's say we're going to mention this film, then don't feel hurt, okay? But she was in Final Destination 3.
And if you're not familiar with which one that was the one that was with the roller coaster.
I'll say this much, just watch the first two, okay, then skip over to the fifth one, okay. Think of Peter in Family Guy. He said, hey, World War V would be so epic, they had to skip over the other two, okay? So apply the same thing with Final Destination, and you should be good. In terms of the shots, right? So what did you think?
I have to say every aspect of this film, from how it was composed, to how the style of it, to how it looked, to its final shots, to its final sequence, it was spectacular. It really was. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to see it in IMAX. However, maybe for certain shots, it would have been essential. However, I really don't see it as an IMAX film. I wouldn't say it's necessary, but for maybe those film lovers who would like to gain that experience, I recommend it.
In terms of the original one, what did you think in terms of the perspectives?
With Cloverfield, the original 2008 film, I'm not a very big fan of the found footage genre. I'm accepting of it, but this one is a more superior found footage film because it doesn't feel like a gimmick. It felt more of a film, just in a different kind of style. That's all, and it worked. And this film is not a found footage film. This is a film.
Right.
You got the composure. You got
Traditional.
Yeah, exactly. And but for me, Cloverfield was just so unique that it's more superior than 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Right.
Them being very good films, I still feel Cloverfield's more superior.
Right, yeah, definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the non-spoiler review. Next week, we're going to compare Cloverfield Lane to Cloverfield. So stay tuned. If you're ready for it, then hey, let us know what you think. Thank you for watching.